Once I heard the story of a man, a very old man. He had gone to a church to worship. Midway through the pastor's sermon, the man started crying. The pastor noticed this the first day and wondered why the man was crying. He purposed to seek the man out after the service to find out what had made the man break down in tears. But before he finished the sermon, the man had slipped out of the church, never to be seen again that day. He was back the very next day, however, much to pastor's relief, and again, during the sermon, the man was crying. This bothered the pastor greatly, but before the pastor ended the sermon, the man was gone again. Before the next service, the pastor instructed the ushers in the church, giving them a full description of the man, that if they saw him again, they should let him know that he would like to meet him. The next time the man came, the ushers did as instructed, and finally the pastor was able to speak to him. "Why have you been crying during service the last few days?" the pastor asked, curious. The man looked at the pastor bleakly for a few moments, unable to speak, and then he withdrew an old yellowing paper from his pocket. On the paper was a building plan. The building plan for the church he was currently sitting in. The pastor was stunned. He would know the plan anywhere. He had received the very plan for the building from God and had instructed the architects on what to do. He knew the plan by heart. But this paper seemed much older. "What is this?" he asked the old man, awestruck. "That was the plan the Lord gave me years ago when he called me to the ministry. It was the plan for my church." The old man looked around again, tears threatening his eyes. "I never honoured the call. I decided it would be much better to run a business. It was more lucrative and more stable." And indeed, the business he started had been more lucrative. He became a rich man. By the time he met the pastor, he was a well-known businessman in retirement. But as he looked at the church again and stared at the pastor before him, the very picture of what he would have become had he honoured God's call like he said he would, he knew. He knew that he had made a mistake. He knew he'd missed God's plan and purpose for his life. He'd been successful in life for sure, but there was something all the money never gave him. Fulfillment. He spent his entire life running another man's race. What's the Lord saying to you? What has the Lord said to you that you have not honoured? Things may look successful now, but remember, speed is not an advantage if you are running in the wrong direction. Do like and subscribe. God bless you.